What's up, guys? How we doing? Welcome back. Let's get it, baby. Interesting day. Lots of opportunity. We're going to talk about it. Let's get it. Wasting all my money mixing dope and LSD. Mama said don't get ahead of me, but I don't want to finish college. I got hella dreams. I don't know what's gotten into me. Ever since I stopped pretending it was history. Dropped out, I was 17. Now I've got more freedom than I've ever seen. Show your moves. Sure we got everything pulled up to go over today, guys. So enjoy the countdown and the music. We'll see you in a little bit. Time also go check out that meme that we posted on that BK link. So funny.
Coors Light presents To Chill or...
All right, Coors Light, chill. I guess I got to get SoundCloud Premium. I'm going to start linking in some SoundCloud remixes here soon, too, to kind of mess around with it, but we'll wait on those ads. Goodness gracious. Guys, man, interesting market today. We're going to lock in just a minute. I'm going to make sure I got everything set up for us. I got our top 10 viewers. We're about to lock in on those as well for our top 10 viewers this past week. So get ready for that. Congrats, man. You guys have been killing it. There's people that had like 5 or 6 right. Or no, they had, I think, 4 right. Because I think the highest is in the 400s. Been nuts, man. Bulls giving up? Yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about it in a minute. I don't think so just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet, my friend. Well, the freaking ads are going to take over. That's annoying. Okay. SoundCloud Premium it is. I keep forgetting SoundCloud has those ads. But, yeah, dude, it's, I mean, we got FOMC tomorrow, so that's going to be a really big determination on what's happening. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be a really big determination on what's going to go on in these markets, so just be ready for that. That's pretty much what we're going to be focused on. We'll be live during that time as well. So make sure you tune back in tomorrow, of course, for that, too. Yo, there's still 20 seconds in this ad. Yo, get out of here. Goodness gracious, dude. Like, what is that garbage? All right, my friends, let's get to it. lots to go over. Bitcoin and Ethereum trying to show us a new low, in fact, potentially. Audio is low today. We'll see, man. I don't know. Let me know if it's too low for you guys. My hair's been driving me crazy, so that's why I literally have my hat on backwards today. So if I look like a weirdo, I'm sorry. But it's driving me nuts. I'm not going to wear a hairband, I'll tell you that. Not wearing any garbage like that. Hold on, let me do something on this, dude. Like, the amount of things, I don't even know how I keep track with the amount of things I have to set up for a live stream at this point. Today, guys, it'll be a little less than 2 hours today. Got a meeting at 3, so, yeah, I appreciate you understanding. But, again, we'll be back tomorrow, ready to rock with FOMC, man. Gonna be crazy, to be honest. Gonna be crazy. But how's everybody doing? You guys have a good evening? I know some of you are struggling with the sell-offs, man. That's why, spot, dude, I can't recommend trading spot more than anything right now. Spot is everything, right? Spot is always everything. Leverage is tough. At least with spot, you don't worry about getting liquidated. You can just kind of chillax and have a good time, right? Let me go ahead and set this event and just wait it out, right? Exactly. You can just wait it out. But all right. Cool. All right, let's get to it. Let's get it. First up, top 10, guys. Here you go. Top 10 for this past week. Top 10 viewers. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. If you are a top 10 viewer, y'all are the best. Right here. Igor in first, 464, dude. You freaking killed it, brother. Crypto Kid in second, 427. Francis in third, 426. Casey with 420. Blaze Up. Baron Cohen with 414. Richard 412. Maxim 410. Dude, guys with the fours getting it right. Maxim with the 410. Dennis with 407. Mike, I've seen Mike up there before, and Sniper in the 318 and 310. So great job, guys. Great job. Good freaking work, my friends. Let's go ahead and get the Pepe wheel over so we can pick you guys. Hey, where'd my pen go? Gotta pick the winner. So hold on. Where'd she go? Where'd that pen go? Dude, I just had it yesterday. Yeah, I think it's back here. Hold up. I think it's in the drawer. Ah, I got it. All right. Let's get it, baby. Top 10 viewers. If you're a top 10 viewer at the end of every single week, y'all know the drill. You get a 1 in 10 chance of winning $100. All you have to do is tune in, get your Bitcoin predictions in, and be a part of just the stream in general. I tried my bot technique today to get into the mainstream. It still didn't happen. Don't ask me why. Still didn't happen. All right. Let's do our top 10 here real quick, and then we're going to get to charting, my friends. What's up, Rumble? How you doing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. It's out of the way now. Here we go. Yee. Okay, there you go. Who's our winner? Who's it going to be? We're going to have another double winner. Number 9, Mike. Yo, Mike, let's go, brother. Mike Play, I appreciate you, man. I know you've been here a long time. You've done a great job. You've been tuning in, dude. Congratulations, man. Solana down 7% today. Mike Play, if you're in this stream, appreciate you. Make sure you reach out to me. I got you. We'll send those over. We sent over some of the winnings today. If you didn't get it yet, make sure you reach back out to me because I think some people confirmed. I know somebody just messaged me this morning. I got a message back as well, so I'll get you guys. Yo, Mike Play, great job, man. Number 9 spot, 318 points. Mike's been around here for a while, so great work, man. Besides that, my friends, not too many crazy things. Remember, tomorrow is the main concern, right? Tomorrow is the main concern. We have FOMC tomorrow and CPI at 8:30, right? CPI at 8:30 in the morning, and then we have FOMC with rate decisions later, okay? So with that being said, guys, just be very careful. Honestly, tomorrow, I wouldn't necessarily trade if I were you. That's probably my best advice for you. I just wouldn't trade. Honestly, just don't even trade. Sit on it, see what the decision is, and then see where it goes. If you're trading spot, I mean, I wouldn't stress about it. Again, long-term plays, we pick up buys at good prices, baby. Buys at good prices. That's it. It's easy as it gets, okay? So that's it. We'll talk about PPI on Thursday after tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. This is fantastic. Great job to our Twitter team for posting this. This is incredible. XRP holder, man, hides identity because he told wife he has Bitcoin. That's so good. That's so good. This is the other thing that's exciting for tomorrow of FOMC is 3 senators are urging Powell to lower interest rates. 6 banks that have already cut. Literally, like what? We had Canada Bank cut, the Euro Bank cut. I don't know who else cut, but I mean, those are probably the 2 biggest ones besides us as of now. But I don't know. Did anybody know about India? Who knows? But in this case, yeah, those 2 cutting. I don't see why we couldn't line up for a cut. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. But here's the European Central Bank governor saying that he's not uncomfortable with markets pricing in multiple rate cuts in 2024. Another 90 bips, dude. That would be nuts. Another 90 in 2025. That would be crazy, right? We'll see about that. That'd be nuts. I think that's it, though, on the news. Not really much, guys, other than, like, focusing tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big day, right? Consider consolidation up until FOMC. That's probably your main goal, but just be careful, man. Just be very careful. That's oh, yeah, is it? You might want to wait till tomorrow, Amid, for if you're, like, trying to buy something. You might want to wait till tomorrow, to be honest. You might want to wait for tomorrow. That might be your best bet, to be honest. Why in the world does this thing hate me? That's just so annoying, dude. The bot is the most annoying thing on this planet. But yeah, congrats to our boy Mike. Let's go ahead. We got the points reset. So we're going to get into Bitcoin predictions here as we go into our Bitcoin analysis, and then we'll get cranking. And then we will get cranking. I think my, what happened to my gradient here? This should be black. Boom, there you go. North. All right. So yeah, Bitcoin, guys, 65,500, right? That's what we're watching. That's the biggest thing to watch right now. That's the most, concerning level. We'll see kind of where we head from there. There's a rumor that BlackRock is about to fill a Sol ETF request. Yeah, there's been rumors about a Sol ETF for a while, so that'd be awesome. NASDAQ ripping. I know the NASDAQ this morning was flat, but wow, this just picked up then. So the 4 hour. Yo. This did just pick up. Look at the 15-minute here. Cleared the high, came back. Now it just flipped through that breaker. Nice. Yeah, I mean, we talked about yesterday the NASDAQ and being more bullish and bearish in this case. And remember, on Bitcoin, we talked about being more bearish than bullish. I mean, the NASDAQ respected these highs so well. We're going to get into that in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get the bot back over here now that more people are joining up. And then we're going to get cranking. I don't know. Guys in the vertical stream, I'm going to test to see if the bot's over there. I'm assuming it is. It's got to be. Yeah, it is. Gosh, dude. I just don't understand, man. I don't. I've tried so many things, guys. I've tried so many things. I just don't know what to do. Maybe I'll reach out to Streamlabs and ask or something. Maybe they can help me. Maybe they can give me something custom or something. We'll figure it out. But, all right. In just a second, we're going to have the bot back in the main chat, do the vertical or do the predictions now that everybody's joining up. Appreciate y'all being here yet again. Yet another crazy week ahead of us, so get ready. Get ready, baby. All right? Get ready. I got to keep the fog going in here, right? Me. Long 20x tomorrow. Opportunity, guys. On the dips, always opportunity. Always opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go live on TikTok as well. Give me 1 second. Might as well go live on there. And then go live over here. Guys, I had my first break. My first power surge or whatever you want to call it. A breaker popped when I had my AC unit on in the fogger. This just didn't go well. That's pretty funny. I was sitting here just, it was like, all right, well, I'm not keeping that AC unit on when we're streaming anymore. I'll tell you that. Brother, you don't talk about ETH FI? I mean, I touch on every once in a while. What's up, guys? Welcome back. If you're just now joining us on Instagram or TikTok, welcome back to the Lux Idol live stream. If you're going to be a part of the main stream, make sure you join up the YouTube stream. There's a wide stream format. It's the YouTube stream with a thumbnail. There's also another vertical one on there if you rather look at YouTube. But yo, what's up, crypto hodl gang, baby? Let's go. Yeah, you better hodl strong, my friend. Better hodl strong. Let's see if we can get that bot over there, guys. We'll do our Bitcoin predictions and then get right to it. Let me pull the Discord. Bitcoin to 40K. Yeah, Jack. I don't think that's gonna happen. If it does, like I said, we're gonna have a drinking stream. We're just gonna do a. We're gonna go to the bar and I'll stream. If Bitcoin goes to 40K, we'll go to the bar and I'll stream. I'll stream for the bar. That would be good. Oh man. Yeah, make sure you join up the Discord, guys, though, if you haven't already. And get into the if you have anything you want to look at, too, make sure you send it up. We can look at it on stream as well. But go to the thread section of the Hangout. It's just discord.gg/lux. Get these back over here. Congrats for our top 10 again. Get rid of that now. We're going to dive into Bitcoin here in just a second. But let's go ahead and get those Bitcoin predictions in to start off the week as well. If you were a part of... If you've never been a part of this, well, guess what? You have a chance to be a part of it today because you're here. So make sure you tune in to the YouTube stream, the widescreen format. You can put in whether you think Bitcoin's going to be more or less than its current price. The current price of Bitcoin is... What we're going to go with is this right now. I'm going to go ahead and open this up for everybody that's on the main stream. Price we're going to go with is 66,889. Going to be a part of that prediction right there. Type in exclamation BTC more or less if you think it's going to be more or less than that price in the main YouTube chat. If you don't see the bot, you're not in the right chat. But if you get it correct by the end of the stream, if you predicted whether you think it's the price is going to be more or less than that price, you get 100 points added to your profile, and then you get added, if you are one of the top 10 point getters that week, you do get a chance to win $100. Mike Play just locked in his points today, baby. Let me bring Pepe down here. It's funny. Vertical can see this, but horizontal can't. All right, Pepe. Pepe Will does his prediction as well. Man's been killing it. I think he's up like $3,000 or something. I'm going to put ML because I don't really want to spend too much time doing this. We're going to get to the charts here. All right. Pepe, what you got for me? Pepe predictions about to be locked in, guys. What do you think he's going to pick? Let me know in the chat. What do you think Pepe's going to pick, dude? Pepe's been on it. Pepe has been on it, man. Guy's an insane trader, dude. He's, what is he at right now? Yo, he's at 700 profit. He's been, let's see. He's only had one loser and it was $33. 2 banging winners. Pepe's the best freaking, he defeats all odds of the market. He defeats all odds of the market. Here we go. More or less, Pepe. What are we doing? Very less, you think? Pepe, what are you picking, buddy? You doing more or less, man? He's going with less today again. Yo, he's won every less. He's won every single less. That's your Pepe play? He's won every less that he's actually predicted. Here's that it. Oh, I don't want him to cover the fog machine, so I'm going to put him like right here. Boom. There. He's won literally every less he's predicted. What a beast, dude. Make sure to get those in if you haven't already. But Bitcoin. Oh, baby. I mean, dude, this is honestly interesting. This is very interesting. Let's go to Jacob predictions. Yo, we didn't close ours yesterday. Oops. Now we're mega in the red. All right, let's get it. So for me, I'm gonna just make a quick decision. To be honest, you know, I always go up against Pepe and I lose. I don't know. This could be sweeping the lows. I always go up against Pepe and I lose. Yikes, dude. I hate trying to predict something that I only have a time frame on. Yo, it's like I'm always more, right? I'm always more. That's tough, dude. That's tough. I want to go less. I mean, 4 hours here, guys. We're still in a bearish. I'm going less, too. I'm following Pepe, dude. The one time Pepe is not The one-time Pepe's not going to be right. I'm going to literally is what I'm going to lose. I'm going less as well. What do you think? Bitcoin less or more? Your prediction? I mean, today, here's the thing about Bitcoin predictions, guys. We're hitting these lows again. Here's the thing about Bitcoin predictions. This is 1 billion times harder than actually trading. 1 billion times harder than actually trading. If you are good at this, then you need to, if you're profitable doing this, then this is what you need to do, honestly. You're just one lucky guy. This is straight up gambling. And Pepe's been on it, man. He's up $700. But we're down. I'm down, sadly, on the Bitcoin predictions. But imagine, like, you saying, okay, you got to be a fortune teller here because we're going about what's going to happen here in literally an hour and 10, 15 minutes, right? You don't just get to give it time. Like, I have to close this as soon as the stream's over. So that's why it's so difficult. It's like, even if, like, we were setting up a trade, right, and we were about to run into crazy profit, it's like, I have to close it. Bitcoin predictions. So get those in, guys. Let's go over Bitcoin. I'm going to go ahead and... I always like to put Pepe's predictions up because he's so good. Let's see what... He's less... We're both less, though, today. All right. Which one was I on? Let's look at the tether. Let's get it. Let's go. If you'll be a part of that, guys, you'll be a part of Bitcoin predictions today. You know the drill. Just join the main YouTube stream and plug in your entry now. And at the end of the stream, we'll let you know if you're correct or not. All right, let's get to it. I just forget to full screen that. Trading is all about taking best setups. Exactly. It's not about this is straight gambling. But again, it's all fake money anyway. It's me versus you and you versus Pepe and you versus me. And so far, Pepe has been smoking all of us. Great job, Pepe. Man's a king. Man is king. All right, let's get it. So, I mean, y'all know the drill here. The thing is, we still have our weekly candles to talk about. On the weekly right now, we got literally this previous high right here, 65,332. We discussed there, previous open close high on the weekly chart. We also have this as well right here, 60K. So this kind of area there we've been keeping close on clearly has treated it very, very well. I'm not too worried if this thing's going to trade still above 65K. There's not much to say besides that. We talked yesterday on stream. We literally said this yesterday on stream that this was primed to go lower. It was already going lower as we were talking, right? It was right here. It was rejecting, retesting these lows already. Pretty much all it came from was a perfect low break here, higher low break here, and then a beautiful fib retracement, right? They had that fib retracement after breaking this low here. And then also, what did we say? It was a imbalance as well off that fib retracement. So everything lined up here. I'm pretty sure it ended up being a breaker as well. I can't remember. Everything is lined up here, and look at it actually hitting its extension as well there. But it all lined up perfectly off of that Fibonacci retracement. So the downside was inevitable. We talked about going and retesting this low here around 67,700. We freaking crushed it. At this rate too, it's like we've taken out these lows now. So a little bit of bounce back is usually pretty much what happens when lows get taken out. People want to, kind of collect profit if they're short kind of thing, and then they might reposition themselves on the way back. So from this current move, we now have made another very high volume breaker here. So that 65,332 is what I'm going to be watching. We'll see. We got an order block sitting there as well, which is a good sign. Going to the daily time frame. Going to the daily here. If we close under this low here, 66,670, right? If we close under that low there, then you know what? We might actually go ahead and see 65 or lower, right? So what I would want to see is if we can close above this area, right? That's that open close. That's the open close daily high sitting right there, right? That's pretty much what we need. Last resort type situation. Not a big fan that tagged that same order block twice and came off of it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these just because there's just extra lines here. Not a big fan that it tagged that order block and came off it twice. Now it's already potentially breaking the low. So this previous high here, or lower high here, is not really coming into play anymore. We'll see, though, if it closes over 67 today, which would be ideal. Close over 67 today. Maybe tomorrow we get a little bounce back and maybe respect those levels. But for now, again, if the overall higher time frames are pointing bearish, we're not going to think anywhere else, right? 4 hours set up perfectly on that fib retracement, created very nice breakers. We have the breaker of the imbalance there. If that ends up retesting again, like we said on one of the other ones, we might end up taking it, which would be pretty nice. But this interesting breaker imbalance setup has been pretty cool to see. We've had one or two shown it play out, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. But right now, man, the biggest thing on the daily is seeing if it can close below this low right here. The low is 66670. If it closes below that low, more likely it will probably go retest 65, and we'll go from there. The overall idea about this, though, right, is going about with, let's say, the money flow profile here. I'm going to pull this back a bit because I want to see this is the weekly. Sorry. Let me go to the 4 hour here. Sorry, the daily. So let's go to the money flow profile. I think we did 100 bars and it gave us all the way up. Yeah, boom. Almost all of it. Let me give it a little bit more. Let me do 125. Good enough. Okay. So as you can see here, money flow profile, a lot of that volume up there was all sellers, right? No buyers took it. So in this case, you know, maybe if we finally get a retest after coming back to retest this little range we've been plotting for a while, you know, we might finally get that breaking move. Now, we talked about, you know, tomorrow's FOMC. That's going to pretty much drive where the market's going to be at the end of the week. But then we have, you know, this 6-month period from the halving that we've been waiting for that ramp up in volume. This is usually what happens to Bitcoin before that even happens. We've been here for a while now, right? It's almost felt like forever. But, I mean, if you compare the weekly consolidation from before to now on our last little breaking run here, if we look at it, let's look at, let me pull up the right thing. Where is it? I hate when I just miss this. Why do I always lose this one? Bruh. Is it in here? Yeah, it's in here. Date range. Goodness gracious. Okay, so finally from that breaking move, it was 9 bars, 63 days. We're well past that now in that last consolidation. Breaking move, let's see. Where are we at? We're at 98 days now. Literally almost 100 days, which is kind of crazy. So we're well over 3 months now. Last consolidated period after, I will see if we had anything like that on a previous run. Not really. So, I mean, it's just been chilling. You know, we've had a little bit of consolidation at all-time highs in the 70s before, but it doesn't really matter. It can take as much time as it wants, right? I mean, I'm not – if this thing's not going to fully break down on a weekly, there's nothing much to talk about. It's just going to have to break like 60K. Like I said, if this thing – like the guys – if this thing ever comes back down, touches 40, we'll go to the bar and have a stream at the bar. Just because it'd be depressing to try to regain all that price. But for now, there's no reason to go to the bar, right? We're at 67K. I'm not really worried about it. Trust me, I've been and traded through the 20s forever, and it was the worst, right? It was like, at some point, please, let's just get going. We finally got that movement, right? After this crazy volume down here, we finally got that pickup in volume and got up back to those all-time highs. It was a long and heavy hodling wait, but it happened, right? So being at all-time highs here, the nice part is we're at all-time highs, right? So the nice part is, you know, at some point with good news pushing the overall markets, we could get that really nice breakout. So we just got to be patient. So watching in the 60s, that's it. Just consolidation between 60 and 70, that's fine. I like it. Consolidation between 60 and 70, that's fine. When it breaks below 60, we can get back into discussing where we might see on the downside. But for now, I think we're okay for the time being. But we'll talk about it as we continue to break lower. I do think we could still go lower, especially if we close below this low of 670, right? But you know me, I've bought some down here. I've bought some up here. I've bought some down over here. We literally have a live stream where we took a crazy long at like 42 all the way up to 70. But yeah, I mean, it's just patience, my friends. And patience is everything in this game. So we're gonna be waiting. But we're in a good structural point right now. I don't know if I'm not too fond of it holding. So we'll see where it ends up actually retesting next, if any. Right? See where it closes today. That's Bitcoin predictions. If you didn't get them in, you snooze, you lose, man, because they've been up for a while now. So hopefully everybody got their Bitcoin predictions in today. So I'm closing that queue. So FOMC tomorrow is big. FOMC tomorrow is big. Why is an NQ making all-time highs and crypto dumping? You need to rephrase that because crypto is also making all-time highs. They literally just made an all-time high. Crypto trades a lot different than the NQ, man. It's not crypto is not based on overall traded companies within a index, right? That's not how crypto works. Bitcoin's not filled with Dogecoin and Sol and all that. They trade on their own. They're going to get affected by the market themselves, but it just because you'll every once in a while see them correlated pretty well when it comes to news. But besides that, all it comes down to right now, the reason NASDAQ's making all-time highs is because frickin' the kings, right? We got Google. We got frickin' what's Google up today? Google. Come on, man. Google's, wow, it's barely. Why is that showing green here? It's Google's chilling to bounce back already, making the NASDAQ move. You got Nvidia today, man. What is that? Oh, that was from the split. Nvidia had it split. You got a lot of buyers probably coming in on that. Apple, there you go. It was Apple. I was wondering why I was moving. Apple's your reasoning right now. So there's your Apple making that massive push and thus moving the entire market, right? Apple freaking going nuts. Wow. We'll talk about that too. I was wondering why we posted the Apple 200. I was like, dude, that's crazy. Apple, man. Unreal. Did we have a breaking on that, or was it just the Apple 200 tweet? I completely surpassed that. I just looked right over that. We had the meeting yesterday with Apple. We had their WWDC. I was going to see, did we post a specific thing besides the 200 break? That was okay. Yeah, look at that. Look at the entire market. Entire market was red, and then Apple, boom, 3%. The 200 tweet, dude, like that's nuts, man. Everything else red. So there you go. That's why the market's hitting all-time highs. But again, Apple's not going to affect Bitcoin. Like, it's just not going to happen. Let's see. Gold today bouncing back. Remember, it was gold, I think, guys. It was gold. That's what it was on that breaker. On that breaker slash imbalance, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I wanted to see how it treated this breaker here. Because look at the way this lines up with the fib as well. Yeah, boom. So it's like we got a breaker here. The fib lines up with that other inbound. We're going to see how gold treats 2320. Yeah. Well, that was yesterday, crypto. It's crazy how crazy it pumped today. But yeah, guys, Quaz FX, bro. I'm literally live on about 6 platforms. If you want me to answer your questions, you got to go probably to the YouTube stream. Jockey, just refresh your trading view. It'll happen all the time. It happens all the time. Yo, Pepe, man, he's off today. We'll see. I wanted to go with more too. All right, let's go to Ethereum, and then we're going to hop into gold in just a second. ETH with the breakdown, right? ETH breaking down now. I'm going to go ahead and get the, hold on, let me get up the watermark again. So Ethereum had its breakdown, right? So watching Ethereum now is big on the fib. I want to see the fib now show me it wants to kind of hold. That 3,500, it just pretty much liquidated a lot of people through that price, I'm assuming. Man, that just dumped it right below this low, which is right at 3,500. So that being said, here's your fib retracement. Your 50% is already holding up. The nice part is we still are waiting on those approvals to get the date for trading ETFs. With a little bit of pullback, could present some opportunity. The nice part is also we have this previous high here. It's a beautiful spot for a potential bounce back. Even with the fib, it lines up between the 618 and the 50% retracement. I love that. And then I was going to look at the signals and overlays here as it's retesting that Neo Cloud. But look at this also little gap little gap on sentiment here. So here, sentiment was heavy on sells. Here, down here, sentiment's heavier on buys, not as heavy on sells. But right dead center, it's even, right? So that's a good sign for, you know, potentially there was no buyers nor sellers that were competing, or they were competing aggressively here, but that took over that level. So coming back down here could indicate that those buyers could 100% come in. And then below it's all buy blocks. So, I mean, 3,300. That's the watch right now. I think it's very clean. That's a beautiful retracement. This pretty much what happened. It was just tired of consolidating and then popped to one side and liquidated a decent amount of positions based on the ETF news. But yeah, for ETH right now, watching 3,300 is pretty much key here. Going to the weekly, we could see that 3,500 was coming from this open close high there that it traded through before. So usually if you see a weekly level like that, I will always have them plotted nonetheless because I want to see what happens. But if they're never reacted to like that, usually it just won't react to it again. 3,500, you would think it would be a psychological level, but clearly people, I mean, other than maybe some like stops were filled there, because you can see the amount of sells. Man, yeah, that's definitely a liquidation level. But yeah, 3,300 is that target. I would go for that first, and then we'll go from there. You even buy ETH on those key levels? Yeah, I mean, if I ever get a key level, I will buy anything that I like. So Ethereum, you know, I don't buy as much as I would buy like Solana or Bitcoin. But if it ever touches key levels, man, I promise you, I buy some. Yeah, Apple's daily candle's insane. Apple's daily is insane. All right, I'm gonna get the bot back over to the other chat, guys, so you'll see it gone here in a sec. We're gonna figure it out someday. Sorry. But yeah, so Ethereum making this pullback here, 3,300 is going to be that watch. Near protocol, Mohammed. We'll take suggestions in a second, I promise, okay? Anybody recommend a MacBook Air? I would just go for the Pro, man. It's going to last you a long time. I still have one, I think, from 2017 or something. That's been still going great, to be honest. But let's get into gold here, then we'll talk about Solana. Render is on sale. That's yet another. There's so many sales yet again. The problem is altcoins are just getting like dumped on. All right. So what's nice here, again, gold, beautiful sweeping of highs, takes out those lows. This was all news. This is why you pay attention to the news. This is why you tune into the live stream to know what news is important. And this is why we want to make sure that we're on top of everything, okay? So this happens all the time. You just have to know that when news is coming out, you probably don't want to be in a position. You want to wait, unless you're doing like a long-term play, right? So for gold down, but I bet you 99% of people that are trading gold are not holding it for the long term. Okay, I won't say 99%. I'll say 90%. 90% are probably trying to day trade it. But in this case right here, off these lows, right? Good hedge though. Good hedge. So I'll give the 10% to hedgers. So this 2320 was what we're watching. The breaker's already rejecting. If this candle closes back down, guys, all I see here is a bear flag, literally. If this candle kind of comes back down or never retests the high, all I see is bear flag. Did I miss points? You're like, yeah, you did. Sorry. But seeing that, let's see if it breaks it, right? It has to break that bear flag. It has to break that bottom trend. If it does, again, 2,300 would be that first target. Besides that, I mean, we got a pretty easy target down there. Like, let's look at the daily, though. Yeah, I would go straight for this low, 2285. 2285 would be that target if that bear flag actually plays out. If anything, if it goes back up, we're watching, 2320. But this is the daily here for the 4 hour. Yet again, I mean, we could give it a little bit of wiggle room, though. Remember, we said we could 100% take it into the fib retracement as well on a bear flag. It looks already weak, so fib retracement lines up somewhere around 338. So we'll see where it ends up from here, but definitely would entice you to look more short. On the signals and overlay side, the best part too is the fact that we do have this thing trading below that Neo cloud. Remember what we talked about yesterday? I optimized it based on the sensitivity in the dashboard. Remember what we talked about yesterday was, if you ever see price trade out of a Neo cloud but then fail to hold above a Neo cloud and then go back in its trending direction, a lot of the times it will actually play out more aggressively. You watch it kind of regain. Goodness gracious. you watch it kind of regain below the Neo like that, and then continue. So overall, this is definitely bearish on gold, and I would stick that way for a minute until we want to show a potential retest. But this thing hasn't touched the Neo on the weekly in a while, since we were down here at the 1800s before that 2K run up. This is the weekly, right? So this is ready. It already had, a few legs up. It cleared out a new high, and it's already retesting a higher low. That's usually a good sign that it's weakening. So again, we still have a lot of the Neo to play off. So previous high of the weekly, pretty much, you could say, is 2200 roughly. I do think we could get if this low does break on the weekly, we'll probably get a retest somewhere down around 2200. But gold for now, that 4 hour still, as well looks bearish. So we'll be keeping a close eye on it as it potentially gets yet again weak today. So if it doesn't full on break out into tomorrow, we'll be watching it off this level. If it closes, guys, below, what is this high here? Open close. 2310, right? This is close. Sorry, 2313. So open 20. Yeah, if this closes below 2313 though, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we get a 2300 retest, or at least get a red day tomorrow. So we'll keep an eye on that here on gold. But again, there's your breaker trading beautiful reject as well as a bear flag. This is a bear flag, so we'll see if it plays out accordingly. But you got an impulse to the downside, right? And then you get an immediate trying to bounce back. Usually it's just some people taking profits on shorts, and then others eventually are going to try to reposition once it gets to a level that makes sense, which would be these lows. So keep a close eye on that breaking down here the next week or so, or the next few days. Honestly, it's a 4 hour, so next few days. We'll take suggestions here in just a second. Rumble said soldiers bounce on a weekly level. I learned to plot from a Jedi. I got lasers, bro, so I guess I could be called a Jedi now. All right, let's get to the NASDAQ because, let's talk about Solana, then we'll talk about the NASDAQ. So here's your altcoin volatility. Sadly, broke below these highs on Solana, right? These highs got broken. We were kind of dealing with that weakness yesterday. Wanted to see if it wanted to break down or not. But did yet again reject these lows here, this one and this one, right? If I just draw a line here. It rejected those lows and thus continued that trend. So lower high as well. We've been watching this lower high. Remember what we said this day last week, right? On Wednesday, we said, we want to see a price close over 174. The closing of this price was 173.58. It never happened. It never closed over that 174. Well, guess what? Comes from the mother flipping weeklies, right? Weekly levels here, right? Rejection, support. All of that's usually going to come back into play regardless of the time frame. You could see it on any time frame. So going back into that 4 hour here, the daily here, you can see it tried to, and a lower high happened right at it as well. It tried to go out, take out that 174. Didn't happen. It failed. The minute that failed like that into the next day, your odds of this thing probably coming back down to 160. Now, I thought maybe it would break the lows, show support on 160, which it tried to. You had a few candles close above it, but ended up, coming back off that as well. So yet again, altcoins are always more aggressive when it comes to these little bit of down runs. So where we're at, again, I'm not too worried. We talked about saying, hey, if 160 holds, we'll talk about those next levels, and that's what we're going into today. It didn't hold yesterday. So talking about those next levels here on Solana, right? First off, we have a significant higher low that got forward with that inverse head and shoulders we saw before that played out for this breaking run to 180. That's probably going to be your first target to the downside here. You've already got it wicked down, so I'd like to see if it wants to come back down to about 142 and hold it. If it does it, we'll discuss these weekly levels again. But 142 is the first thing in sight. We've had a very aggressive buying in the 140s. If we pull up the money flow profile, I do want to see that. Here you go, boom. This peak here was 131.96, so that was lower. But down here at 140, that's where it falls off. And yet again, look at the high volume box sitting there. So a high volume box sitting there. I do want to see here. Hold on. Let me see the default. 200 bars. 200 bars is down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's adjust it to 100. I want to see this current range that we're in. So yeah, we're almost. I'll give it that. That's probably fine. It's not gonna adjust much. So this is where we're at, right? Here's your retracement here. This is just based on this area here, right? But again, this is what we've been in, right? This is a little bit of a trend that we've been in here. So watching kind of the 150, obviously that could be a little bit psychological. You know, there's a little bit of competition there with the bulls taking over before. So we'll see how it trades off this level, right? Is this it? Does it want to actually bounce here or not? I mean, I'm not gonna treat this right now as buys. If this hits 136 again, I will buy. If it hits 121 again, I will buy. Those are those key weekly levels that I will buy for the long term. I'm not ever buying dips for a trade or a leverage trade. I want to get that straight. Don't ever buy dips for a trade or leverage trade unless that's for some reason your profitable strategy. But for the 136 and 121, I will buy again for the long term. Did it before, I will do it again. Now, when we were, you know, the 174 there, that's not something I would just sell at because I am holding for the long term. But when we were up here and we crossed the 200 trying to close over, when we came back to 174, I bought some more, key level, right? And then when we came back to 136, bought some more, 121, bought some more. It's just a matter of where we're at on price, right? If I'm able to pick up some more at a lower price after we hit 200s, I'm going to do it. But I'm only going to do it at key levels. So notice how spread out these key levels are. There's no reason to be buying some here. So in this case, I'll be waiting for 136 to buy more for a long-term move. Again, 5-10 years type situation. But right here, 156 would be an interesting price, right? To see if maybe we regain tomorrow. If we don't, it's, you know, that price is not that significant, even though we had a pretty clear rejection on the daily and broke out of it as well. But the biggest watch right now is just seeing if it wants to hold, you know, above the 140 in the 140s. Let me go to the weekly, because remember the weekly was a breaker situation. So the nice part is the weekly still looks very nice. And going about it here on this, we can pretty much say if this thing, you know, wants to kind of hold these 140s, we could start seeing a little bit of a kind of a triangle kind of trying to form here, right? So we'll see if it wants to play through this. Now, this usually indicates that can go either way. So we would want to hold that slope. This current slope is in danger right now, of course, but we'll see if it wants to obey it. We obeyed that previous high before with this beautiful candle closure. That's why the 140s are pretty key here. Now, this is a weekly time frame. I don't give a rat's ass if we wick all the way down to 100. If this is so long as the weekly closes up above like 136 or 148, 150. Right? The weekly candle just needs to close up there. I don't care if this thing goes back and retests 112 because I'm just going to buy more. So it's just one of those things where I'm going to be watching to see how the weekly closes for more of a long-term situation. Got to make sure I get rid of that drawing. But in this case, yeah, it's just a matter of watching to see if for now around 145, 150 wants to kind of chillax here. But we remember that money flow profile there. We talked about it on the daily here. This is it. This is a good level here. Let's keep an eye on it. And then we have that. We do have the order block there too. But we'll talk about those other levels if we get close to them, like 136. If that happens overnight or something, just know at 136.49 based on the weekly here. These two weekly levels, boom and boom, bounce, and beautiful reject there. 136.50, bounce again there. I would 100% buy some there if it retests that. Again, I can't give you financial advice, but anytime I say I'm going to buy something at a certain level, just understand that for me is 5 to 10 years of holding. So I'm not going to, unless Solana tomorrow makes a run for like 500 or makes a run for like 250, then I'll take profits, right? I'll promise you my first, if I take any type of profits at first, because I want to reposition some things, it would probably be at 250. It'd probably be at 250. But again, there's too much time to where if once it gets to 250, I probably won't, depending on my positioning and what's new. If there's one that I want to buy, stuff like that. But for now, Solana, love it for 5+ years. But yeah, so Solana, watch this 150 area. All right, that was my Solana spiel. What am I even saying? So thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. All right. I'm gonna get to the chat here in just a second, I promise. How we doing on predictions? Yo, the Moore's gonna smoke us. What am I doing? All right, NASDAQ. Come on, Pepe. You're off today. I should have followed him. I should have gone opposite. NASDAQ, man. Biggest thing on the NASDAQ that's running this thing up, right, is Apple. Apple today. That's not Apple. 205, man. Apple today, 205. Unreal. Yet again, though, if you were on this stream, yeah, we were live during that time. I bet you we talked about this low. Here, okay, this comes down to being common sense, right? Okay, this is where common sense trading executes everything. Why long-term trading is the most profitable type of trading, and why, you know, every person on this planet can be profitable buying stocks like Apple for the long term when it comes to certain levels. Now, if you like a 401k, if you just invested into, you know, dividends and ETFs and stuff like that, sure, that's fine. But like if you watch these stocks, it's like Apple, all it did was come down to this area, right? All it did was come down to the 166 where it's bounced and ran an all-time high before. It did it again. It hit 168. Why would you not just buy? Like, you don't have to dump in so much money at that level, but why wouldn't you just buy some there? It's like, clearly it's a level that people like. It's good value. This is all based on fundamentals. Apple stock is all based on fundamentals. It's not based on a sure, like, idea of, you know, we're only going to go to the moon because we believe in Dogecoin or whatever. It's actually based on, you know, cold hard facts. So again, if you ever see a stock come down to a key level that's bounced and shown an all-time high run at before, just get a little bit. You don't have to go crazy. Just buy some. Like, it's not, I mean, you can't sit there and speculate, oh, it could hit 160 and I can pick some up there. It's like, who cares? If this thing runs for an all-time high to 200, it's like you're literally left in the dust. It's the same thing we talked about with Amazon. Like, probably one of my favorite plays that I've had is buying Amazon under $100. Like when I saw Amazon early this year under $100, I was like, this is ridiculous. Why? Who wouldn't buy this? Who wouldn't buy Amazon? Again, Amazon under $100. There's no reason not to buy Amazon. It's just under $100. Like, there's just no reason. Like, I can't even imagine. Man, they had such good growth into 22, and then everybody had a bad 2022, which is funny. But still, it's Amazon, man. It's just, there's no reason. Okay, that's it for that. NASDAQ, though, breaking out because of Apple today. There's not really any upside target I could say. Same with the ES. ES actually, surprisingly, has not hit an all-time high today. Obviously, Apple doesn't have as big of a pull on the ES. ES is acting similar to like Nvidia and Google today. So let me look at the ES. Let me look at the rest of them. Actually, I have them all here. I want to see what who's winning here today. Besides that, Microsoft had a good day as well. It's funny when they're straight up competing. 315. Microsoft's still bigger than Apple, even with Apple today being up 6%. That's crazy. Microsoft's still bigger than Apple, but of course, man, Nvidia split. It's back under 3 trillion. But it had its claim to fame for a second, but then there goes Microsoft again, taking it back over. Read me, bro. I'm safe. Always inverse Jacob in prediction. Good one. Yeah, Cyrex, there's so many. We were looking at gold a second ago. All right. What happened to AAVO is just all the alts are getting hammered. You have all the people saying, alt season, and then they just get freaking smoked. Oh, man. Oh man, that's funny. All right, let's cover crude oil. I just can't. I can't trade leverage, guys. I would advise getting away from it. You could do 5x. Like, if your leverage is so far off, your liquidation price is so far off, then you can go about doing very small leverage. But it's just like, this is the time where it sucks to have leverage. And this is why, like, if you're gonna trade any leverage, like Bitcoin would be the leverage to trade, like, because it actually doesn't move like altcoins do, or altcoins just get freaking smoked. All right, let's go to crude. Crude oil with the lovely 44% freaking order block bounce, dude. Can't get better than that. Back to that high volume level. Let me optimize this back to 200 as we done before. 1 second. 200. There you go. Still the highest volume level. Move off that higher low, off the highs, off the highs, off the higher low, off. This one had support as well. Boom. 77.92. Does this act as resistance? That's kind of the idea right now. Well, through that, where was the this trend, dude, is so clean here. This trend is so clean. So for here, this is the area. Does it break through it? If this thing breaks through like 79-ish, or like even, I mean, through 80 again, you're probably gonna finally get that retest. But notice it still has this slope here, right? It's still within this slope. So does it come out of it is the key here on the crude oil move. That had a very aggressive low move there. Now it looks like it's actually ready to go rally through 80 again. Load up on gas for about a day and a half. SEC lost the Ripple case. Yeah, XRP is garbage, man. Dude, 48 cents. Yo, here's the chat for that. So funny. So funny. All right. XRP is the worst. Let's go to the euro really quickly, because that was the one that we were looking at. So the euro. The euro, we talked about this as well. So this is an interesting thing we were discussing the other day, or yesterday, was watching for this thing. For one, we were bearish regardless. We want to see if it could actually make a retracement. So can it make a retracement, retest like 0.5, go from there off the fib retracement, because that lines up what beautifully with a bearish imbalance, as you can see here. You see that bearish FEG, that red box there. And then we got the breaker block as well. So we got a breaker block there from this previous low break with a change character. Everything lines up perfectly for this thing to potentially make a play off like 108. So we'll be watching the euro. Still going to be bearish on this thing. I mean, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice moves. 108 is the price, man. 108's the price. We're looking at the daily. We look at the weekly, daily, and 4-hour time frames. But the euro is still looking short on this guy. Same with gold. We're watching for a short setup. Today it looks like it's weak as hell. It's trying to recover, but I hadn't even retest yesterday's high, so it's not looking good. Let's see. Solana. We already went over. Long spiel on Solana. I think that's it, guys. Which goes first? XRP $1 or 10 cents? There you go, guys. Yo, no way. Everybody's voting $1. Yo, you guys are nuts. There's the chat for you. Oh, man, XRP to $1. Honestly, it is closer. But the funny part about XRP, remember. Actually, no, it's not. It's not closer. The funny thing about XRP is that it's just, I mean, look at this chart. Like, who would want to trade this chart? You're not, like, why does this make people want to buy it? I just don't understand. Honestly, I don't understand why there's XRP bag holders when they see a chart like this. Like even though, like, it's just because the biggest thing is, like, it was great, like, because it was one of the original altcoins and it had its rally, you know, went way up through $3. I could say I held XRP during this first, because it was one of the earliest altcoins, right? When I was starting to invest in like 2016, right? When Bitcoin and stuff and starting to buy it, like XRP was the only other one besides like Ethereum that was, you know, the biggest discussed, you know, one to buy, and it was only available on Bitstamp. Like that was majority of where the volume was, and it made its move to like 250 or whatever, which is incredible. But the minute it flattened out right here in the 40s and stuff, and then finally broke $1 again, it was like, okay, it's just started trading like garbage. So it's not even worth it at this point. It's not even, there's so many better coins now, so many better coins. It's just not even worth it. All right, guys, let's get into some other ones. Avalanche trying to hold. Avalanche love way more than XRP. 10 cents, 52%. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Avalanche already retesting these lows at 32. Remember we said yesterday, yet again, this thing's probably going to retest 32. And one more time before all people in the back.
Who's your daddy?
Retest 32. What can I say, baby? What can I say? Rather tell about Fed. Yeah, I can't imagine how many people are like go over Fed first. All right, but there you go. AVAX watching 32. Again, guys, for the 1 billionth time, it's all common sense. It's all common sense. If it's going down, why in the piss would you try to trade to the upside? Again, notice, trade to the upside. If it's going down, the only type of buying you should be doing is ones that you're willing to buy and hold for a long-term play. You could treat it as opportunity. It's not worth trading a dip. It's not going to happen. Trade the direction that is given to you. I promise you, your odds for it to go in that direction are way greater, okay? All right, so FET is, man, it had a great time at those highs. I don't even think we looked at FET yesterday. FET is coming off this high. This thing was so aggressive. That pump was so aggressive. Man, come on. Okay, so here's your weekly chart. Does the weekly hold the 618? It bounced here. That's the watch right now. I'm going to go ahead and mark off this low, actually. I'm going to mark off this low right here. Let me do actually this here. Here's your low. I'm going to mark that low. So here's your low. Does FET close over that this week or not? If it doesn't, then, you know, we could have some downside targets, right? I would hate to say this thing back to $1, but I don't think it would hit $1 yet unless, like, some news came in for FET or, like, the market does kind of go a little bit more aggressive to the downside. But remember, again, when the market is having trouble, altcoins are the first to go, right? So that's why we always recommend Bitcoin. Holy cow, Bitcoin with a bounce back, man. Bitcoin with a bounce back. So right now, it's like for FET here, this thing broke this low, right? It broke that low, the recent higher low, right? Pretty much the same low, actually. The odds of it going lower were way greater, always, right? So the low we're watching now is this price right here, 158-ish. What is this at? This at 160? Is that low? This low is 160. Yep. So watching today, first off, today, if we can close over 160, happy. If we could, we need to close it on the weekly though. We need to see that weekly closure over 160. If we get that, we'll be really good. We'll be really good. So watching that is big for that closure over 160. Okay. So faux show, keep an eye on that, guys. Give me one sec here. On FET. Okay. So with FET here, I mean, that's what I'd be watching. Other than that, on the 4 hour here, I mean, you can see it pretty much crush 160 pretty easily, right? If we were to, let's just say, consider any type of upside, $2, man. You have to get back over $2. For a reversal, right? They could have a nice bounce back off, like, right, this tag 150 almost. Could have a nice bounce back, like, off of the 150 or something. But maybe if it were to clear $2, then we could discuss a little bit. So, for that being said, FET, terrible day, you get red smoke. Bad FET. FET gets the red smoke. Let's move on to the next one. Let's look at render. Yeah, and we'll look at Gala for sure, okay? Red smoke for FET. Airs in the chat for FET. Red smoke for FET. Let's wait till I can hit the, yes, we'll do near too. Wait till I can hit the, like, we need it. That's what's going to be coming up next. I can hit a button. It's going to be red smoke and lasers. Let's go. Guys, today, let's see here on predictions. We got about 40 minutes left, okay? So the stream hits 1:45, but it'll be 3:45 Eastern, okay? 3:45 Eastern. That'll be predictions. We'll close on that. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Let me see here. I kind of want to. After reconnecting my desk, I don't know how jacked up it is, but I do kind of want to go to standing. So 1 sec. Please stay alive. Please don't die on me. Okay, that's the only thing I'm worried about here. Okay, doing good so far. Doing good so far. I need to make sure all my cables are good still. Doing good. Money. Okay, sweet. We're back. I want to get to standing there. Got to make sure the laser button doesn't mess up. And we'll take more suggestions. Okay, cool. Yo, y'all said 10 cents first. Let's go. W's in the chat. You said 10 cents. Yo, XRP to 10 cents first. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's hilarious. Come on. All right. Let's go over AMC. Let's do this render first, and then we're gonna do what's it called? Near. All right, render really quickly. Y'all remember though, a key level we talked about was 7. When we had that retracement to $7, we talked about getting some. We might have that opportunity again, but the biggest part is the weekly levels, right? So weekly sitting right here. Weekly sitting right here, right? We got the weekly at 8. What is that? No, sorry, $8 really. Weekly open close level right there. 794, right? That's what I'll be watching. Look at that weekly level really quickly. Look at that weekly level really quickly. Weekly open close price, right? Let's go to the 4 hour here. Let's go to the 4 hour here. Let's go to the 4 hour here. Oh my goodness.
Who's your daddy?
Oh my goodness. That, like, wow. That was the easiest trade of your life. And all that came from was a weekly. Came from a weekly open close level. Let's see here. Let's look at it again. The close of this was 7.965. The open of the following candle on the weekly was 7.965. Should be the same, right? The low of today was 7.956. Wow. It was literally a 1/10 of a cent. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, unreal there on that bounce back. All, you know, again, this could get crushed in 10 minutes, but if you're a 4 hour trader, it doesn't matter. If you're a 15-minute trader, if you're a 1 minute trader, like, here's your 1 minute chart. If you're a 1 minute trader, oh, like, bend me over. I don't know why I said that. That's just, that's incredible. I can't. That's insane. Double boom on that one. All right, don't clip that. Don't clip it. All right, so in this case, though, for render, watch this area. Watch the 8. So if the 8 can hold, you know, that's probably pretty key for this week. That's 5. How many weeks in a row is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 weeks in a row that we've been bearish. This would be the time to bounce, right, for render. So besides that, you know, 7, we talked about the buys off 7 before. Played out very nicely. We hit a high of what? The high was 1188. So, yo, Junior. Diddy entering the chat. God dang it, dude. Here's the chat. Here's the chat for Junior on that one. That's good. Good heavens, dude. Diddy entering the chat. That's funny. All right. Get Junior out of here. Just kidding. All right, okay. Let's keep going. Bruh. $8 is a nice price for render long. Dude, I render for the long term. I like a lot. All right. So we finally getting our bearish neocloud. Look at the neocloud. Hold. Very thin neocloud. If you ever see a thin neocloud, I wouldn't recommend trading it. It's usually not in a trending state. They're thin neocloud holding up nicely, right? Makes a breakthrough 11, fails twice, right? So in this case, watching to see if that would have broken over 1150 didn't happen. You got the lower high, you got the break of these lows. The minute you got the break of those lows, the minute it's probably going to go lower. So pretty much that's what we're watching now. So in this current move here, this is lining up nicely. So this is a good level. So remember what we said too, right? If we look at lower time, if we go to a weekly and we dive into a daily or we dive into a 4-hour time frame, Fibonacci's are great. They're always great to use alongside other indicators that you're using as well. So in this case, this move here, right, off of the weekly level keeps your golden pocket right at the previous lows, right? So if this were to move into a trending state, right, and this is why the neocloud's so good too. If this were to move into a trending state, what's probably going to happen here in a second is this thing, if this treats this weekly level properly, it will actually make that retracement back, and this is a perfect golden pocket here because it's right at the perfect calculation from high to low there of a proper retracement to retest those previous lows. Because to be into any trend, right, you got to retest previous highs or previous lows. The fact that the 618 lines up dead even on those lows is why this could be a good reversal spot, as well as render, right, as well as render's weekly level at 8. So that literally all lines up beautifully there for that. Now that's if it's gonna maybe flip. There you go. We also have a breaker play as well, and we'll keep an eye on it. But that's honestly perfect. So nice. But let's keep going. Near. Let's do near, and then we'll take our next suggestions before I forget near. So near. Let's see here. First off, let's go to the weekly now. We've broken down a bit. Weekly level again here. Boom. 5724. Okay. Yo, Bitcoin's ripping off of early price. Okay. We don't even look at this 5724. That's the watch on near right there. Boom. Weekly open close high there. We got an order block there as well, and an imbalance there as well. Guys, if this thing retests 5625 for the long term, I will buy some. I'm just saying, for the long term, I will buy some. That's key level. Give it to me yet again off near. I've been wanting to buy some more near. I've been very weak on near, so I will definitely get some there. If it retests 5625, so that's I'm gonna just set my limit order there. Okay. So we'll be watching that again. It's not financial advice. Legally can't give it to you, but I promise you, if I ever say I'm going to buy at this level, it's for 5 to 10 years. Okay. And if I close out of a position for a long-term move, I'll let you know. But near is one of those, yet again, speculative kind of plays that I kind of like for the long term. So we'll see. I'm heaviest on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, though. Those are my top 3 holdings. All right, well, Ethereum and Solana, then, or Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Bitcoin, Solana, then Ethereum. All right. 562 though, that's the watch here on near. If it bounces off that, I like it. We'll see where it goes from there. But let's pull up the money flow profile on the daily, because look at this consolidation here. The biggest thing I want to do now is let's just look at the readings from nice turning point there. Let's look at the I haven't pulled up the outside today for some reason. It's funny. Sometimes I won't. I don't even know why. We're just talking about because the structural breakdowns are so clean. And there you go. I haven't even adjusted this to the range that we're in. Which give me those zeros, broski. Come on. There you go. Boom. Last range we're in. Starting candle is literally right before the breakout. Let's look at it. So there you go. This thing, you can judge kind of the volume within this range. Or you can judge kind of direction within this range based on the money flow profile. If you just plot that direction based on the amount of bars, which you can calculate exactly if you want by just using like the date range here. I could say, hey, I want 97 bars, and I could go in here and hit 97. But I'm not really gonna worry about that because there's not much of a difference. This is a good level right now on the daily to keep an eye on. But we are below that high volume level. Yet again, sentiment, though, overall has just been kind of either side here. They're not very strong. So sentiment was very big on the sells here when it came through. But here, either side. So for now, this has been mostly aggressive on the sells. So I'd be watching this price right here, which is already trying to hold up. Today, if it can close over this, you kind of open close
daily here around 6.07. If it can close above, let's just say 6. Let's round it. If it can close above 6, now this wick down here on the daily, the low was 6.08. We could say over 6.08. But again, I just think $6. If near closes over that today, we could maybe see tomorrow if we get a little bit of bounce back. But like I said, I wouldn't consider buying for a long-term move until I see like 5.625 again. But I do like it still more to the downside as of now. I mean, you can't, again, there's no reason to fight this. If I was going to say long side on the 4 hour here, I need through it at least through 7. It has to get through 7. So it's going to have to, or give me some type of clean inverse head and shoulders or something down here. All right, guys, what else do we want to look for? Yeah, Pascal, freaking rip, dude, off of Apple. Pendle, please. Yeah, we'll do Gala next. Gala's next, okay? Pendle, then Gala, then I'll take more suggestions after that. All right. Okay, so Pendle on the weekly, man. That imbalance, money. All right, so Pendle right now coming off yet again. It has full on failed to recover from this high. I wanted it yesterday to bounce up. Still was considering that breakdown. Didn't end up happening. Let me look at the fib here through the 618 as well. Man. So, again, it's all about reaction, guys. I'm not going to just sit here and say, hey, let's buy the 618. That's what you need to buy. Let's buy the 50% retracement. We need to see price actually show us a green day or something. Green price action off of any of these retracements. Didn't happen. Today, yet another, we had that Friday volatility. The low is 4.85. Watch to see if Pendle wants to bounce off of that. We talked about potentially a trade setup here, but it was very weak on its closure. That's why we didn't end up taking it. Was also below that, previous higher high. So it's just, if that would have had an aggressive move and closed somewhere around like 645 or something above this high, then it would have made a lot more sense. But for now, watching Pendle where it's at is, it's a little rough. It would be cool if today could close over like let's just say $5. They close over that. So long as it closes over that Friday wick low of 4.85, I think it's going to be okay for the time being. We'll see though. It's still bearish. I wouldn't think anything other than it being bearish. It's actually come fully out of this Neo. I'm going to go down to 11 on the cents here. Coming out of the Neo already. Neo's starting to step down. So yeah, man, that kind of stinks. If it makes a bounce back somewhere here and regains that Neo cloud, I would look for a long, probably back through 7 or 8. Weekly time frame though, this is still such a new one. I mean, the move it's had already on the weekly is incredible. So weekly time frame 420 would be the 420 blades would be the level to keep your eye on, right? See if it can actually go retest the level. If it can't, I mean that sucks because that would be such a good level. But for long-term buys or whatever. But right now, $5 is the watch today, and then 4 hours, same situation. Just doesn't really care. Just doing what it wants to do. Fade nicely. Very slow pace to the downside for the most part. It just picked up in the past 4 hours. But after that Friday push, it just kind of failed. GBP USD. All right, let's go over Gala. Long-term Pendle worth it? I'd have to look more into it, man. I love the volume. I think the volume is what's selling me so far. The volume is what's selling me so far. But if I were to actually, I haven't bought any. If I were to actually buy some, I would want to get that lower price. Boop, 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 boop. Yo, Gala, dude. This thing's getting smoked. All right. The low from the Monday, April 24th was 3,353. Okay, so that's, I'll be watching that weekly high right here. Right? I'll be watching this weekly high right now. Does it bounce off of it? That's pretty much key today. Does it close over it? That's key today. There's a breaker. Price action on these is so rough, man. I can't really go about it. It's like, this is where you do watch key levels. It's like, I don't even, it's just the volatility is a little crazy on these. Like, seems like there's a decent amount of bag holders that can dump whenever they want. So it's like price action front's a little rough. I'll go to 15 cents on this, see what we're looking at. But notice price though is still trading below this bearish neo cloud. When price is trading on whichever end of the neo cloud that it's trending towards or trending with, that's usually that it's aggressive when it's below or above a neo cloud. So if it's above a bullish neo cloud, it's usually having an aggressive uptrend. If it's below a bearish neo cloud, it's usually having an aggressive downtrend. And we have continued accordingly. So after this first initial move and retest here, boom, it gave you exit here with this guy, and then boom, it triggered a stronger move now, and we've gotten that stronger move so far, retesting the 346 area, 3470. So that's what I'll be watching today, see if it closes over that. It's also a breaker that's wicked several times, but that's where it comes off these highs here. So it coming off those highs, that's pretty key. It just needs to hold somewhere within like the 3.5 area, and maybe we then get a nice bounce off it, but we'll see. I mean, this is looking pretty dull at the moment. I mean, I just can't get around. I can't get excited about one of these, to be honest. It's just like that. This is wild to me. Just wild to me. I need to see actual movement. Do I think gold's going higher, Tom? Right now, no, but maybe eventually. With it, just, I mean, give it a little bit of time, but it just made a massive run recently, so I do think it's gonna pull back a little bit more. This guy wanted an OMG. I'm gonna look at it for literally 2 seconds because I'm probably not gonna like it. Yeah, no, this is horrible. This is your last resort, my friend. If it breaks that low, 30. If it breaks 30 cents, this thing's probably gonna go bye-bye. So watch 30 cents. Watch 30 cents, man. On that one. Let's look at Sui. Okay, you might be slightly safe here. Oh, it's trying. The weekly keeps trying to close up over that 6.8 there. Man. Over the 6.18. Higher high completely eliminates that low and then just drops on the weekly. Yikes. Daily still struggling. Again, just need a. I know we've talked about this on this UI. Closing, getting a push through 120 would be ideal. This thing is just looking like it wants to. Yeah, there you go. Your high volume as well is sitting there too. So gotta get up. I would give you 117 now, 118. Get a nice kind of close over that on the daily. Maybe we see some upside. But here you go. I'd be watching down here at 78, 71, 65, all the way through that range there. Picks up on the buy side. People were buying it a lot down there. On which one? Luana? Which one? Lou? I guess I can call you Lou. I don't know. Are you winning? People that are trading Sui right now are not. I don't either. Please watch FET. It's FET, he said. We just looked over FET. His liquidation's at 95. The problem is, it could be close. I mean, you have time. You do have time. Your 95 is way down here. Dude, I wouldn't be holding this too much longer. Altcoins can just get so hurt so fast. I will say you're lucky it's below $1. Just watch this low here. This low is 159. Watch that low. Just see if it can close above it. Not going to tell you my current funding fees on Bitcoin Long. Jacob, I'm gonna have another nuclear meltdown if anyone asks to see XRP or 80. Me too, man. I freaking hate those. The worst XRP. Gosh. Come on, baby. We might get it today. Come on. We're not gonna get off live until we're in the money on this one. Yo, Pepe was wrong again today. Luckily, Pepe's up though. Pepe was up $700. This will be his worst losing day. Come on, Pepe. I told you one time that we follow Pepe. Bitcoin predictions, guys. Moore's winning right now. We'll see here, though. We got a little bit of time. Oh, no, we don't. We got about 15 minutes here. About 15 minutes. 15 minutes, we'll take the Bitcoin predictions. You will get liquidated. You said your thing is that oh, it was on FET, right? ARU. I'll go over crypto. ARKM. Guys, real quick, if you're just not tuning in as well, I forgot. I need to touch on this a few times every time I'm in here. Tomorrow's a huge day, okay? So make sure you're up to date. If you don't know what's going on, make sure you follow our Twitter at LuxAgo. I promise you need to stay up to date with everything going on. We're not going to spam you with any garbage. We're going to give you the cold hard facts on what you need to know if you want to be a trader, investor, whatever it may be. We give you the real stuff. So make sure you follow the Twitter at LuxAlgo. Tomorrow, massive day. FOMC rate decision. We will be live on stream for the FOMC rate decision, okay? So make sure you're there if you want to see just live updates. We got Jerome speaking at 2:30. So his speaking at 2:30 is really when the market starts going crazy. Unless we get a rate cut. If we get a rate cut, dude, which is another note to put on the screen here, was that 3 senators now are urging Powell to lower interest rates. We've had the Eurobank and the what's it called? Yeah, the Canadian bank cut by 25 basis points. Did BK? Who else did? I know they're saying 6 banks have. What other banks did? I don't even remember now. Obviously, the Euro and Canada are pretty big for us. But what other banks did? Let me know. But where did that go? Besides that, guys, we also pre-market have CPI at 8:30. Okay, so really be on top of it. If you're Eastern time, that's Eastern. That's 1 hour before market open, okay? 1 hour before market open, okay? This is 2 p.m., right? This is 2 hours before market close on the rate decision. This is an hour and a half when Jerome starts talking. Thank you for what you give to the community. I appreciate it, man. It's, oh, I didn't even see that. ECB. 4 to 3.75. Canada. They don't have the rate on that one. They had Sweden, Switzerland. Okay. Czech Republic already have rate cuts. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. So, there's a lot of pressure on tomorrow. That's why tomorrow could be huge. A lot of pressure on tomorrow. I guess was it all 25? Tomorrow's going to be nuts. So get ready. Just be ready all day tomorrow. Honestly, just go take a break or something. Oh, some cut 30, man. Whatever. That's fine. Let's get 25 tomorrow from Jerome, baby. Come on, please, daddy. Then I will literally, we'll be smashing the Who's Your Daddy button tomorrow. If our daddy Jerome will give us some green smoke too. Give some green smoke for Jerome tomorrow. Smoke machine time. Look at him. He called it before I even pressed it. He called it before I even pressed it. Rumble. Great job. Great job. He called that one. All right, let's look at a few more. FTM. We did. Did we do FTM? Or am I crazy? Dude. Holy altcoin city. This is why, guys. Look at the 1 hour on FTM, okay? Look at the 1 hour on FTM. Okay? Look at the 1 hour on Bitcoin. All right, if we go to the daily. Let's look at the percent difference. I think that'll suit you a little bit better. Daily today, 3%. What is it down today? 6%. FTM is down double what Bitcoin is. Yet another reason why the stable coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, well, Ethereum's down, I think, more today. But how much is Ethereum down? ETH's down 5%. So Another reason why, you know, we love Bitcoin. Avalanche actually surprisingly is only down 3%. But the only other one was freaking, yeah, Ethereum's doing just as bad. But Solana, again, the main honcho, Bitcoin, only down 3%. So it's not nearly as much blood as the rest of the market. What's this guy saying? Oh, you're moving around your position. But I think gold is going higher, dude. Not right now. ONDO. Forgot that was on Coinbase. Yo, ONDO, not bad. All right, so ONDO, the one and only green, or one of the only greens, holding nicely, right? This thing making decent moves here. 120. I would see it close here for one. I like it so far. This pullback is not. I mean, it just hit the golden pocket, which is good. The start of it, at least. I'd rather see a 50% retracement, but that would retest this higher low here. This is where you could. This is neckline, right? Could be your little head and shoulders play. If it can clear 130, you should be okay. Honestly, I would say you're still okay if it goes back down to $1. But this could be setting up head and shoulders because it's already retesting this higher low. So watch that potential kind of pull back there. We already went over Gala. Just go back. Core. Yo, man. Yet another pump and dump. Core 158. Yeah, it's got to hold this or it's gone. 150, if it doesn't hold, it's gone. I'd be bullish over $2. Or just trade spot. Absolutely. Oh, you're good, Paul. No worries. Appreciate it. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on down. Come on down. It doesn't look like it's going to. Man, gosh darn. We got 10 minutes left on our Bitcoin predictions, guys. Looks like the Pepe is going to lose his first big one today. Oh, Pepe predictions. He's going to lose his first big one today. Ethereum. Again, that 35.24, man. It would be nice if it could close over 3,500 today. That's possible. Guys, we have 4 hours, 25 minutes to close up another $18 or $13 now. It keeps moving. $13, guys. That's all we need. We will lock in that 3,500 level. So, I mean, let's keep an eye on it, okay? Let's keep an eye on it. You feel me? Let's go to back to gold. Man saying gold. Gold, we're still watching, right? Gold, we're still watching on this low to get retested. Now, the biggest thing is trading below that high volume area, but we have this breaker here. This is a gold bear flag so far. This is a bear flag setup, 100%. You have higher lows, higher highs, right? After an impulse. If it today, like we said, if this thing closes under 2,300, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if gold in the next few days or by the end of the week it's back down to like below 2,300. Sorry, I shouldn't have said 2,300 today. If this thing, it's not going to close. I always forget how minuscule gold moves. It's so tiny. Sorry. If this thing, it was this one right here. This previous high right here, 23.13. If it closes below that, which it already is, it's going to show a little bit weaker. That wouldn't even test yesterday's highs, right? It wouldn't even test yesterday's highs. Usually that's, starting to weaken once it's gone to retest these lows because it did. The odds of this bear flag breaking and going back down to 2,300 pretty high. It's coming there. It's lining up. Disco Jacob, he wants all the smoke. Hey, damn, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you tuning in and hanging out. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that sub button. I appreciate you if you subscribe to the main YouTube channel. Guys, we hit 500,000 followers. We hit 500K subs, dude. So let's go. Props to you guys for tuning in, hanging out with us. 500K subs. nuts, right? Nuts. It's funny because a lot of our subs come from like short form content. We're just now posting long form content. So we should start to see a ramp up in viewership here too. If you guys share the stream, that I would very much appreciate it as well. If you enjoy it and you think you know somebody that would enjoy it as well with you. But also, guys, we have this thing called the HODL gang, right? You'll see people with cool badges and emojis and stuff in the chat. Their name's green as well. They get on Fridays when we do our $300 giveaway, they get 5 entries to every $300 giveaway. Now, the average subscriber only gets 1 entry. So I would suggest if you enjoy the stream, you've been tuning in a lot, make sure you go and join the HODL gang. It's literally $1, or if you have YouTube Premium, you can get it for absolutely free. But you got to join it, be a part of a fun little community. That's, just saying, hey, I'm a HODL gang member. It's not really much, but it's a lot of fun if you like emotes and like the stream, right? That's why I wish I could make it like 50 cents or a cent or like even like less than $0 for people to join, but YouTube memberships don't allow it. But also, we've been chilling in the hangout on the Discord, so make sure you do join the Discord. Just go to discord.gg/lux to join it, and then click the hangout and then threads up here and go to the Lux Algo live on YouTube. We can hang out here and chat, but honestly, gosh dang it. Honestly, I advise you, though, I really want to get everybody to start chatting in the crypto futures, depending on what you trade. But depending on what you trade, go chat in those as well. I'm going to start being more active slowly. I mean, it's just the amount of things that I'm just doing right now because we're getting ready for a baby, and I have to make sure things are getting done with the videos and then the live stream with you guys. It's just, there's so much going on. It's ridiculous, but it's okay. Yeah, but chatting it, man, it's all free. It's literally free. We're not charging anybody to, chat. It's like we're hanging out, talking about ideas. Also, Mickey does a live stream in there every morning as well. So his live streams are pretty fun. They go over charts as well earlier in the day. So I would 100% tell you guys to check it out if you don't have a community yet or you just want something new, right? Go check it out. But gold, looking for that breakdown. Mate, do you have any experience in fund management or did you get into trading through crypto? Experience in fund management? No, I don't. The trading for me was more so like Robinhood when it launched. Like in college, it was a big thing, right? It just launched. It's like, you could buy and sell stocks, dude. And like, that was it. That was big. And then I learned about like crypto mining, stuff like that. I had mined crypto for years. And then it was like, I didn't want to deal with the infrastructure it took to like actually be successful at mining in the long term. So I pretty much just, it's like with anything, man. If you want to learn, if you want to be a good football player, you want to be a good soccer player, you want to be a good freaking skateboarder or something, you just got to put in the time. Like I've just been, it presented itself, trading and charting presented itself to me like early on. So I've been able to do it for nearly 10 years now. I think we're like at 9. I mean, it took a while, but it's just repetition. I would just advise repetition. Don't ever give up if it's something you truly love. Just don't give up on it, man. Just keep looking at it, and then eventually, things work out as long as you understand, the ups and downs. Eventually, you're gonna figure out what works, what doesn't. But it's all dedication. Not an overnight session hen. Success hen. Yeah. I was like, what do you say? Session. Look at me. Tom. Goodness gracious. Let's link to the Discord. I got you. You can just search Lux Algo Discord, but I'll share it with you. It's just discord.gg/Lux, but here you go. I'll put it in the chat. But guys, man, gold. Let's see this thing set up. Come on, give me something. Cheers. It's just, I'm a more or less starting. Got in when I was 14. Dude, that's awesome. You're starting way earlier than I was. I started, I think, when I was like 19. Bitcoin? Bitcoin right now, predictions are doing bad. Let's go to Tether before people freak out. All right, Bitcoin, guys. Nice bounce back, right? This is it, baby. This is what we want, though. I should have went with a more. Gosh. This is what we want. Look at this. This is what we said, right? This previous high right here. Previous daily high right there. We just want to see it close above that today. Come on, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Give me some green. Give me some green, Bitcoin. Let's go, Bitcoin. Come on, baby. Now, Bitcoin right there, holding up over that high would be money, right? If it can close over that today. If it does, I think we can get a nice bounce back into tomorrow. Going to this 4 hour, this is awesome. It is retesting this breaker. Remember yesterday on this fib here, right? This fib, it rejected the 50% retracement perfectly there. 50% on this lines up with these lows. It's not even close to there yet. So 68K could happen on the 4 hour here. It could get back up over this. I don't know if it would do that same move twice. It very much could. But this is that 65K level we've been talking about on the weekly, as well as the as this previous daily high here. So 65,900-ish was off of that weekly level, and then we have this daily open close high sitting right here that I want to see it close over as well. So if it's going to continue to trade over that, man, let's go, dude. Let's hit it. Let's hit the 68. Let's see. All right, we got 3 minutes left until Bitcoin predictions. I'm going to do it right at 3:45 Eastern, okay? Looks like more is going to be the winner today, man. It's just Bitcoin loves going opposite. I tried to go with Pepe today because he's been on it, and then I made him suffer. I made him suffer because of it. So inverse J yet again. Gosh. Why? How do you usually use the signals and overlays on crypto on 15-minute time frame? It's all about guiding you in the right direction, right? So when it comes to indicators, it's like, first of all, you need to have a system in place. I would recommend anybody that's day trading always have a system. You need to have multiple confirmations within your system, right? For me, you can utilize, levels if that's a stage of your system or whatever, but as long as everything lines up, that's what you're looking for. Now, if for some reason like Bitcoin, if I go to the 15-minute here, I'm going to throw on signals and overlays, right? And what I see first off is that I'm going to optimize based on the sensitivity down here. The sensitivity said 12 in the dashboard. I'm going to hit 12 here on this, right? So the dashboard's the bottom right. You can't see it right now for some reason. Bottom right of the screen because you're on. So right now, this is my optimal sensitivity. So what I'd be looking for right now, first off, is to see if this Neo cloud, which is this red cloud here, flips to red, right? This is an indication that we might get that first flip. The other thing I do like to glance at every once in a while is the reversal zone. So I need a system in place, first off, for a strategy, right? So for my strategy here, let's just say this was it. I need multiple confirmations. So usually 3 is a good starting place. For a strategy here, I need it to, first off, extend into a reversal zone, exit with a signal, right? Exit with a signal. And then let's say, say break a higher low, or just show me that the Neo cloud needs to change to blue here. If those 3 things happen, then I take my trade because I know that system works for me. If those 3 things don't happen, I don't take the trade. But I need those multiple levels of confirmation. This is usually a early indication that we're going to get that continuation, but we're still in a bear, or we're going to get that potential bounce back on Bitcoin, but we're still in a bearish Neo cloud. So that's, going against me. Now, if I added on like the this here, this is actually looking super solid. So we have the oscillator matrix down here. If this thing now comes down and gives me a bullish turning point above 50, right? Look at how often it's been trading below 50. It's never had a bullish turning point above 50 for a while. So that's, now that it's back over that, if it comes back and actually creates a bullish turning point above 50, meaning this is why I love the oscillator the most. The oscillator will lock in your confirmation even better. So the turning points happen usually for me, the final confirmation. So that's something that I utilize for a strategy we talk about all the time. But yeah, in this case, for a signal, it's like, it depends on the signal too. So like in this one, for an AI, if we were doing that, this would be a 2 signal, right? So the 2 signal is usually an early reversal signal, meaning that when that triggers, it's telling you, okay, look for a potential setup. So I would want to look for price action to potentially give me a clean setup on this 15-minute chart for a potential trade to, let's say, go retest, based on short covers, maybe the opposite reversal zone or something. But you need to have it there to help you understand that this might be the next directional shift or whatever it might be. Guys, Bitcoin predictions, but having a system is key. Develop a system. I promise you it'll change everything. And also look at high time frames. Guys, the Bitcoin predictions is more today. Wow. Got smoked. It got smoked today. Pepe, you're wrong. I'm just making sure. Yeah, Pepe did say less. Okay. Pepe said less. Pepe took the L today. He took the L today. He said less, man. He's still in profit, though. He's still in profit from the beginning. I took the L as well. Bad L today. I'm going to make sure I close mine. I wanted to go with Pepe today, and I screwed him. Screwed him over. Less is the winner. Congrats, guys, if you said less. Great job. Great job. Congrats if you said less. All right, my friends. Let's get to the end screen. I appreciate every single one of you. Let me go to this one. Sorry. Let's get it, baby. Hold on. Let's get some bump and closing music here. First off, got to get the laser. Got to get the laser going. Got to get the smoke going on the green. Yeah! It's a red day, so I probably should leave it red. That'd probably be a better idea. Is this ad still going for real? No way. But I will say it was a pleasure, like always, my friends. Bitcoin, biggest thing to watch right now on Bitcoin is going to be that closure, right, over this 66800 level. Watch that. Guys, today, yet again, More was the winner today. So great job if you said More. Y'all are the best. Great job. More is finally the winner. I should have gone with my gut and been like, More, the bull runs here. The bull runs here. But let's go ahead and see who said More today and congratulate them. Y'all are the best. All right, Jockey with the More, Crypto with the More, Ryder with the less. Boo, Ryder, come on, man. What are you doing, brother? We got Adam with the More. Great job, Adam. Cyrox with the More. Andy, Andre, I don't know what your name is, but with the More. Sanu with the More. Let's go. Richard with the More. Let's get it. Shenanigans with the More. Great job. TJ with the More. Fam with the More. Tom with the More. Land with the less. Come on, man. Marland with the More. Great job. Damn with the More. Rumble with the More. Yo, all the Mores. Stay with the More. Inverse Jacobs happening again. Come on, man. Come on, man. Great job. You said More today, guys. Very much appreciate it. Crypto with the More. Sniper with the More. Yo, a lot of you said More. Y'all, get out of here, brother. Get out of here. Come on, man. What's your problem? What's your problem? All right. Besides that, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you follow. Make sure you follow the Twitter. Very much appreciate it. Follow the Twitter. You'll get updated with everything you need to know in the market, guys. We're not there spamming you guys with just randomness. We're giving you our new indicators, good memes, good analysis, as well as keeping you updated. Tomorrow, FOMC, be dialed. Be ready to come over. Come to the stream tomorrow. We'll be talking about FOMC, watching it potentially live. But besides that, CPI will determine that morning move potentially, okay? It will potentially determine that morning move, so be ready for that, okay? So CPI in the morning. Thursday, we have PPI as well, okay? So get ready for both of those, 2 p.m., and then we have Jerome speaking afterwards as well. But if you're not following the Twitter, go follow it. We'll keep you updated with everything going on with the FOMC. And then also join the Discord, guys. We're going to start chatting in there more. Spam. In the crypto chat and the hangout chat. We're going to chat in there more. And, yeah, if you have any questions, you can ping me in there. I'll try to answer them. But I'll see you guys in that chat. All right? Let me close this out. Let me close this out with some. This one's pretty good. Yo, how many ads you got to give me, bro? We've just been chilling here, and you just ruin it with the ads. I got an 8-second ad. All right, I gotta get Spotify Premium or SoundCloud Premium at this point because it's just getting to me now. There we go. That's a great one.
Ooh, my boy going to school fucking
All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Y'all are the best. FOMC, baby. See you then. Peace. High potential for rate cut, baby. High potential for rate cut. I promise. High potential for rate cut. Let's see it. We're putting the pressure on Jerome. Everybody tweet Jerome right now. Go tweet him right now. Go tweet Jerome right now. Say, you better cut rates or we're going to have a problem.
Who's your daddy?
Love you guys. I'll see you later. Peace.
Fuck it up, Cannon.